The 12th Amendment to the Constitution modifies the process of electing the president and vice president. It states that candidates run for either president or vice president, and the winner in each category is chosen by the electors from each state, with the winner of each office being the candidate who received the highest number of votes, provided that number is a majority of the total electoral votes. This amendment was added to the Constitution in 1804 after there had already been 3 presidents in office. So why was this added? Well, the 12th Amendment was in direct response to the election of 1800. When the Constitution was first ratified in 1788, Article 2, Section 1 dictated that each state's electors would cast a vote for 2 presidential candidates. The candidate with the most votes would become president, and the candidate with the second most votes would become vice president. This process worked, for the most part, for the first 3 presidential elections. But then, in the election of 1800, the result was a tie. Thomas Jefferson and Aaron Burr received the same number of electoral votes, which meant, according to Article 2, the House of Representatives must decide who became president. Under the strong influence of Alexander Hamilton, the House chose Jefferson as president. So, the 12th Amendment was added primarily to prevent future ties. It requires that candidates run for either president or vice president, and electors cast their vote for each office. However, there was another issue with the original format for choosing the president. If the runner-up is chosen as vice president, this candidate could be from a completely different political alignment. Just imagine for a moment that the runner-up in the most recent presidential election, whoever that may have been at the time you're watching this video, serving as the vice president with the winner. Things might not go very smoothly in the Oval Office for the next 4 years. Today, we are used to seeing the president and vice president running on the same ticket, with people voting for their candidates as a pair from the same political party. But the founders had not intended for political parties to form. In fact, they were quite opposed to them. So although the 12th Amendment helped to streamline the election process and prevent ties, it also helped to facilitate the rise of party politics, the sort of party politics we see today. Soon after the 12th Amendment was passed, presidential and vice presidential candidates from the same party began to campaign together. The Supreme Court has even acknowledged the influence of the 12th Amendment in relation to party politics, stating that the 12th Amendment, quote, both acknowledged and facilitated the Electoral College's emergence as a mechanism not for deliberation, but for party line voting.